Hey guys, I'm Laura Turner, and I am the Cheer PT, and I am here today to talk to you about an exercise to help improve balance and create better mobility in your foot. Um, for this exercise, you're going to want to have a small towel. This is just one of my kitchen towels, or you can use a hand towel or a face cloth works good, or even a rolled up sock. So we're going to use that towel for our exercise. This is an exercise that I learned originally from Gary Ward of Anatomy in Motion, and I will leave a link for his work below. It's well worth checking out. He's got a series of Wake Your Body Up and Wake Your Feet Up, which is excellent, and it's so I'll leave those links below for you. And I also have been studying with Monica Volkmer, and we have been doing this exercise in class, and so I wanted to share it with you. Because I think it's a great exercise that can help anybody for their balance, and especially if you've had injuries in your ankle or you have trouble moving your foot if it's stiff. If you need to do balance exercises and you want to improve your balance, this is a great exercise for you. So let's start first with our feet parallel. You're going to let yourself just settle in, kind of check in with your feet and see where your foot pressures are as you're resting. Do you feel more pressure on one side than the other? Is it more in the toes or in the heels? Is it more on the inside of your feet or the outside of your feet? Now you might want to write this down and just see, to keep track. If you practice this, does it change over time? The ideal foot pressure in stance should be on the base of the knuckle of your big toe, the base of the knuckle of your little toe, and your heel. If it's not there, don't worry. It should be equal on either side, and your center of mass should fall right directly between your feet. This is something that's work in progress, and it should change over time. So we make note of that. We're going to step forward with one foot. So I'm stepping forward with my right foot. And we're going to move our pelvis anteriorly forward so that we put some weight into the front leg, allowing that knee to bend. Keep your eyes on the horizon. Making sure that your knee stays within the confines of your foot, that you're not dumping in or dumping out. And we're not really driving the knee forward and leading from the knee, but we're shifting our weight to get our weight onto that front foot. So as you do that, you should feel that the inside arch rolls towards the floor. And you have a little slightly more pressure on the big toe and the heel. Your pinky toe should still also maintain contact. So there's still 3 points of contact here. If you feel like you're not quite getting contact and the big toe is not dropping down, this is where our towel is going to come in. So we have it folded up just a little bit. And we're going to put it underneath the knuckle of that big toe. And we're going to drive that pelvis forward, get the weight over. You might notice that you start to wobble a little bit. So as we're here, we're going to start to open and rotate a little bit. So we're going to rotate away from the front leg or towards the back leg. We're going to shift the weight forward first, get the weight into that foot, and then we're going to turn our pelvis away, which will create a little bit more of a roll in of that foot, more pronation. We're going to go nice and slow. Come forward and rotate. You might feel more work happening in through the quads, in through your glutes. And rotate. And you should feel that your arch, the inside arch, gets flatter and your foot gets a little bit longer. To increase that, we can reach our arm. So forward first, rotate, and reach. Can you feel the change in your foot? Do you feel a stretch down in the lower part of the calf, near the Achilles, which would be your toe flexors, and potentially along the toe flexors on the bottom of the foot? So rotate the pelvis and then reach the hand. My foot and my quad and my glutes really is getting fired up. Take a break from that, walk around a little bit. If you're watching this, this is where you would pause and then go and do your second side just to compare that. For the sake of time today, I'm going to go into our next exercise, which is to work on supination. So for this, supination is when the foot rolls to the outside part of the foot. Both pronation and supination are normal joint mechanics that happen as we walk. In 3 phases of gait, supination is primary, and there's only 1 phase of gait when the foot's on the ground that we pronate. So it's really important that we pronate and we pronate well. And so this last exercise was to help pronation. This next exercise is to help supination. So for this, we're going to start with our feet parallel, and we're still working on that right leg now. And so we're going to rotate, the left knee can bend, and we're going to turn towards that front leg and coming back. So slight rotation, and you should feel again, this time the weight shifts just slightly more to the outside, but you still have the 3 points of contact. So again, for me, my big toe comes off the ground. So I'm going to take our towel or our wedge underneath that foot, which will bring the ground up to meet that, but keeps that contact and kind of retrains your body to get the sense of where it's supposed to be. We're going to rotate the pelvis towards the leg that we're working on. The other leg can bend to go along with it, and the heel can come off the floor, and then back. Again, we rotate. I'm going to reach to increase a little bit. This leg, the thigh will externally rotate. Your knee will extend or straighten, and your weight should stay right over the center of your foot. So you don't want to be dumping back and hyperextending your knee so that your either butt is back here, or if your knee is behind your foot because you're hyperextending, that will throw the mechanics off too. So keep your weight directly over. You do want your knee straight. You may need to work it, especially if you've had a knee injury, but don't let it lock out. And the other leg should be parallel with that leg, but it does bend and rotate. Good, so we're going to give a reach. One more. In this position, as you reach, are you able to lift your big toe off the ground? Just a little bit, keeping the knuckle down. That creates a little bit more lift from the arch. Reach, lift that big toe. Excellent. Walk around a little bit. If you want, pause the video now and try your other side. We're going to move on, and we're going to put the two together. So we're going to go from pronation to supination, which is what happens each and every step. Okay, so from here, we're going to start with the left leg back. The right leg is forward. We're going to shift our pelvis forward so our weight comes onto that leg. We're going to give a nice rotation, keeping your eyes again looking straight forward. We're going to reach and then come together, and you're going to rotate towards that leg, extending the knee and rotating. And step back, shift the weight forward, twist the pelvis away from the front leg, allowing the foot to pronate, giving a reach to encourage that more. And we'll come together, let the knee bend, and rotate towards that leg, keeping the big toe, the baby toe, and the heel on the ground. Potentially lifting the end part of your big toe. Let's do one more. So we shift forward, we rotate, and we reach to encourage pronation. And we come together. We rotate, extend your knee, keeping your weight over your foot. Give a reach and lift the big toe to encourage supination. Repetitions are up to you. You'll fatigue pretty quickly. Usually people can get in about 3 to 5 repetitions. Keep it slow. It's a consistent movement process, so we're not just getting there and holding like a stretch, but we're allowing or exploring that movement. If you can go a little farther, great. And then by turning, we keep that movement going, and by the reach, we keep it going as well. So it's not just a static hold, but it's creating motion in through the joints of the foot and allowing the foot to move easier and more consistent. This exercise is great for anybody that has balance problems, if you have had an ankle injury, but you want to make sure you listen to what your body's telling you. You're going to feel different points. You're going to feel your hips working, your thighs working, and you're going to feel your ankle and your foot moving. So take it slow, explore the motion, and listen to what your body is telling you. If it hurts, then back off, and this isn't for you. And you can always reach out to me at laura@movebetterllc.com or leave me a comment below and I will answer you if you have questions about it or if it hurts, and let's see if we can figure out, a different exercise for you that feels better. Because this is meant to be exploratory movements, but from what's good for my corrective movement may not be for you. And I know I need better ankle mobility. My ankle on both feet have stiffened, the ankles on both feet have stiffened up and they don't move well. So doing this is great for me, but it might not be what you need. If it isn't, just hold off and send me a message and let's see what we can do. Or check out my other videos also and subscribe, because you'll find maybe another exercise that's better for you. If you like this exercise and you want to join and learn more, I have a movement class that will start in January, and we're going to do a combination of these exercises and some exercises from applied yoga integration, and start to create better mobility so that we create some flexibility in our muscles, some mobility and stability in our joints, which will help improve your balance, improve your strength, improve, if you're a cheerleader, improve your jumps and your tumbling, to really create better mobility through your body without forcing it and keeping a balance between. If you don't want to take a movement class, a live class, I have a course called Centered that I will also leave links for those below. And you can always reach me. And if you're a cheerleader, join my Healthy Cheerleading group on Facebook. If you are not a cheerleader and you'd like to more exercises, my LT's Unique Movement Beauties group on Facebook is also for you. And we go over more of these exercises in there. And I want to provide more and more content for you. So let me know what you think. Leave me a comment below and try it out. Work on creating better pronation and supination in your foot so that you can take a better step when you walk, that you improve your balance, and you get your muscles in your joints to move more efficiently and effectively in a good way. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.